And welcome back to The Drive with Jackson and McCoy. We've got Game 3 of the NBA Finals here on 105.7 The Zone tonight. Cavaliers trying to get back into it, 9 o'clock tip-off. Staying with the basketball theme, we're happy to be joined by Ohio State big man Micah Potter. We will talk basketball, but a theme of Ohio State athletics is paying forward, and Micah was among 13 Ohio State student-athletes who just got back from a service trip to Costa Rica. Micah, first of all, thanks for joining us. And give us an idea of some of the things that you were doing on this trip.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. But yeah, going to Costa Rica was a lot of fun. One of the biggest things that we were doing there was helping out a community called El Cocal. It's a small community in the southwest portion of Costa Rica that is very underprivileged compared to what we have here in America. And one of the biggest things we were doing was helping build up that community, especially the school that they have there and the community center that they have there. So we would clean up their beaches. We had a couple massive holes that people would just throw trash into. So we'd clean up the beaches. We'd fill those holes up with sand. We painted their community center. We painted the school. And then we had a little sports festival for all of the kids there. We had a big soccer game, and we had like sack races and all that kind of stuff. So it was a lot of fun.
Just a couple of years ago, I remember talking with Keita Bates-Diop. He took a trip with Souls for Souls to Jamaica, and he talked about how much it changed him, how he felt blessed when he got back, and how moved he was by the response he got from the kids and the adults that he worked with. Similar experience for you?
Absolutely. I mean, when you see those people in the community there, I mean, just with how little they have compared to what we have here in America, especially with me being in the position I am, being a Division I athlete here at Ohio State. I mean, it's just I'm given so much every day that I take for granted I don't even think about. But then going to an area like El Cocal and seeing what they have in the area that they live in and their schools, it just really makes me appreciate what I have here and how much I've been blessed with here. I mean, and seeing how happy they are with what they have, how little they have there. I mean, it's really eye-opening. It makes you really appreciate everything.
Your family background, Micah, your father's a pastor, right?
Yes, sir.
The values that you grew up with him and within your family, how much does that increase, I guess, your interest in giving back? How much did that shape you?
I mean, it really helps out a lot. I mean, the Bible says to love one another. I mean, that's the second greatest commandment behind loving God. And, you know, being able to love on those people down there was huge for me. I mean, I love children, and being able to be with all of those kids and in the community and in this community center and at the school. I mean, being able to see the big smiles on their faces that they had when, you know, I would walk by being so much taller than they were. It was really cool, and being able to help them out and make their environment a little bit better than it was before is just a huge blessing for me.
Visiting with Ohio State big man Micah Potter here on The Drive with Jackson McCoy on Sports Radio 105.7 The Zone. Another part of your family background is athletics. Your two brothers and your sisters are athletes. Specifically, though, I have to ask you about your younger brother, Noah. Star defensive end at Mentor, committed to play for Urban Meyer and the Buckeyes. Give us a scouting report. What made Noah such a highly sought-after recruit?
I mean, well, one, he's got his older brother that's a Buckeye. No, I'm just
that doesn't hurt, yes.
No, but the biggest thing with Noah is he literally will do anything he can to make the other person look like a fool. I mean, he's got that kind of a killer mindset where he's like, you're not going to beat me. He's got great size. He's 6'6", 250. He's got great hands. Going up against offensive linemen, and he's got good hips, good feet, and he's fast. I mean, he's the total package when it comes to being a big-time defensive lineman. He literally will not let anyone beat him, and if you if you tell him he can't do something, he's going to prove you wrong. That's probably his biggest asset, is being able to have that motivation to prove people wrong.
Now, how much did you have to do with him coming to Ohio State, and how much was it just, I mean, when you're a star football player in the state of Ohio, that's where you want to go, most kids, and when you get that offer, you go there. But was your connection, did that help at all with him ending up being a Buckeye?
I think it did a little bit, but at the same time, it's always been his decision. I mean, I told him from the get-go, I'd love to have you at Ohio State because we're going to be able to be there for 1 year at least, depending on whether he enrolls early and comes in January or not. But at the same time, I told him, I was like, look, you can go to any school you want in the country and be super successful. It's your decision. I want you to go wherever you want. And wherever you go, I'm going to love you regardless. I mean, that was something that I wanted to make very adamant for him or to him, just to know that wherever he went, I was going to love him. But I'm definitely glad he's going to be a Buckeye, and I think he made the right decision.
So he'll be playing for Urban Meyer. You are getting ready to hit your first full off season with Chris Holtmann. You guys obviously had a great year last year, but You lose Kada, Jay-Sean, Cam, Andrew Dockish, but a big freshman class has arrived. You got Keyshawn Woods, the grad transfer. How big is this summer for you guys? I know you're going to Spain too, but with this group, how big is this summer in terms of bonding and blending together this new team?
I mean, it'll be huge. I mean, it's the same thing with every offseason. The summer is your time to, one, get in the gym and get better, but two, also get to know your teammates. And that's something that is going to be very huge, and that's something that the trip to Spain is going to be very important. Going to Spain and being able to have that time to spend together, I think it's 10 days we're going to be going there, and that's a long time just to be stuck with your teammates. So I'm sure we'll find out a lot about each other. And, as of even right now, I mean, we're all planning on watching the Cavs game tonight. We watched a couple of the games already together. And, going forward, I mean, we're not planning on doing anything but spending time together and working out. So it should be a good summer.
Individually, Mike, what's been your focus? What have you been working on? What does Coach Holtman and the staff have you focusing on these days?
The biggest thing for me is, one, being the best teammate that I can be. That's something that I've been trying to make a point in my game ever since I've gotten here, being a great teammate, and then being a good leader with a little more experience that I have on the team. Being an upperclassman now, I want to be as good of a leader as I can, whether that be leading by example or vocally. But then also, I want to be able to make sure that I can be one of the best defenders in the Big Ten. That's something that I think I've had the ability to do, and it's also something that I really want to do. So being one of the best defenders in the Big Ten, but then also being able to produce offensively with all the people that we lost last year. We have the opportunity for a couple kids to step up and take advantage of that. So that's something I also plan to do, is take advantage of that offensive opportunity.
Listening to Coach Holtman after the season, he always talks about conditioning and you guys wanting to be the best conditioned team in the Big Ten. From that end of it, what are summer workouts like in terms of, shaping your body, getting ready for the next season?
Well, one of the biggest things that really can help you out a lot is nutrition. And we have our nutritionist, Nicole, who does a great job with helping us out with that. So, whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. So if you put junk in your body, you're going to get junk out. If you put good stuff in your body, you're going to get good stuff out of it. So nutrition's a big thing with that. But then also on top of that, making sure that we're doing our sprints, making sure that we're doing all of our conditioning exercises to make sure that we're in the best shape possible for the upcoming season.
All right. Again, you guys lose a lot. But coming off what you did last year and what you accomplished, what expectations do you guys have a team as you get ready for next season?
And we always have high expectations for ourselves. I mean, I think if you don't set low expectations, you're going to perform, under those expectations. You always get to set high expectations so you can get the best out of yourself. I think going forward, we're excited to have a great season, great Big Ten season, and hopefully a great tournament season.
Got to ask, you mentioned that you guys are going to watch the Cavs together tonight. NBA Finals, Cavs are down 2 games. I assume, being from up there, that you're rooting for the Cavs in this case. Do you feel like this is over, down 2 games, or do you feel like the Cavs still have a shot at this?
Well, here's the biggest thing. I think Game 1 was a fluke, as probably the rest of the nation does.
I've never seen a charge block overturned like that.
Neither have I. But anyways, Game 1 aside, Game 2, honestly, in Game 1 as well, the Warriors' best quarter by far their entire season has been the third quarter. And in both Game 1 and Game 2, we kept it close. And actually, in Game 2, I think we actually beat them by 3 points in the third quarter.
Correct, yep.
And honestly, we've shot horrible pretty much all of Game 1 and Game 2. So being at home, I think our shots are going to fall a little bit more. And I think we have a great opportunity to make a little run here in Game 3 and 4.
All right. Now, I remember Cam Williams last year. He was a KD guy and a Warriors fan. With him gone, is your locker room like all Cavs now, or are there Warrior backers that are you still have to deal with?
I wish they were. We got C.J. Jackson, who's a big-time Steph Curry fan, and with that, he's a big-time Warriors fan. So, I mean, there's a little trash talk going on here and there in the locker room, but, I mean, it's all in fun, obviously, and we're just enjoying the time that we get to spend together watching the game.
Well, Micah, thanks for taking a few minutes. We really appreciate it, and thanks also for how you represent Ohio State. Best of luck this summer and next season.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to it.
That's Buckeye big man Micah Potter talking hoops and giving back. When we come back, we got the zone read, including a local kid who has a big moment tonight. But before that, let's give something away. We've got a pair of tickets to see the Crew and Atlanta next Wednesday, a week from tonight, 7:30. Caller number 8, 614-821-1057. 614-821-1057. The 8th caller has a pair of tickets to see the Crew and Atlanta next Wednesday night. Call us right now, 614-821-1057. Back after this on The Drive with Jackson and McCoy and Sports Radio 105.7 The Zone.